Hello and welcome to Coastal Crafts. So I'm just coming in with a quick haul to show you what I picked up from the creative show at West Point, which I went to yesterday. I believe it's on today and was on Thursday and Friday. So I picked up lots of different bits and pieces. I'll show the tonic first. So they had some tonic dies in a sale box, as they do. So I got this one because I just thought that font is so cute, and who doesn't need a birthday die? I've got a birthday die, but who doesn't need another one? Of course. £2.99, which was all right. Happy with that price. That's fine. So this is how it cuts out. I haven't really glued it down properly yet, but I really like that. I just think that's cute. And the really simple happy there, that would look nice. I'm going to use that one on something. And I picked up this one. I kind of opened it, that's why it all looks all jaggedy, because I was too curious. So you get the star die to cut, which cuts a star out of the card, and these, they don't look very clean there, do they? And the little shaker pockets to go behind it. And I looked at these when they were £4.99, I think last year, and it was down to £2.49 this year. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, because stars with some sequins in would be really cute. You get 5 of these, and in all honesty, judging by the rate at which I craft, 5 is probably going to last me a very long time, so I'm not worried that there's only 5 of those. So that was cool for £2.49. And then this isn't a die, but I wanted to try these scissors out, so £1.99 decoupage scissors, just because I'm always doing, you know, fussy cutting and things. I don't know whether there's something that I will like using, because you don't always feel like you've got the same control when they're on these springy ones, but I'll give them a go, see if I like them. For £1.99 it's not going to break the bank, and I'm curious as to whether they will be any good for fussy cutting small bits and pieces. So I'll let you know when I've had a proper try. I had a really quick play around and they were fine, but I need to properly try that out. And then I picked up this one because I'd been looking at it on CraftStash. And yes, I did buy a similar thing off AliExpress, but I wasn't that keen on it because it didn't do the folds very well. So this essentially is the Keepsake Bookmaker Simple Spines dies. It makes a spine for journals. And when I showed the last one, everyone said, oh, you can make that yourself just by scoring it out. But I like to have a die instead, and I kind of don't know whether I would ever get round to scoring it out. So I've had a bit of a start. This is using that paper that I won in that competition, and obviously this is the spine that it makes. So I've made the spine. That was 2 of them joined together. So it was really easy, because being a tonic die, it scored it really nicely and cut it really nicely, and that's the benefits, isn't it, of having something quality. So now I just need to stick all the pages on to make it. And I quite like it in this paper. It's kind of like a natural sort of, hello little plant. Sort of quite a natural outdoorsy one, so I can put like kayaking pictures and things like that in there. So yeah, a bit flimsy. Maybe I should have made these covers a bit thicker, but there we go. That's where that's going. And that was £10.49, which I think is not much different from the price I had it on CraftStash, but it's nice to be able to pick something up, isn't it, and look at it in real life. And also the benefits, just what I was saying, that is it's really good size. That's a good thing about tonic dies. I don't know if it's because they're British dies, because sometimes American dies are smaller, but you know, that is a really big size, which you sort of need for an album, don't you? Sometimes when you buy things, they're like that big, and you think, what can I really do with that? But you can get a good picture and all sorts of stuff. So a really good size on that. Let's move it out of the way. Also picked up some of the Nuvo drops in this glitter. I don't use the Nuvo drops loads, but I do use them. But this one I couldn't resist because it's like clear glitter. So how pretty. I think I look forward to using that one. And they were, oh, hello, £2, which is fine. I'm happy with paying that. Moving on, seeing what else I picked up. Carrying on the dies line, there was this Spellbinders die. This was reduced to £6. It's obviously an old one. But I bought it because it had this really big leaf. And I've not actually cut this out, I've realised. But I just imagined cutting the leaf out and poking a couple of holes and making a little banner. I just thought out of leaves that would look really cute in a classroom or at home. So yeah, I like that. And it shows you, it's all talking about how you can emboss with dies, which obviously we know anyway. But maybe when this came out, that was a new technique. So yeah, it was £6, which isn't really cheap, but they're just cute, aren't they? So I picked up that one. And then from Hobby Arts, because I do like Hobby Arts items. I got this stamp set. So this was full price at $14.99, but just look how pretty the birds are. And I'd seen this in the magazine. I'm sure I've seen this in the Simply Crafts and Paper Crafts magazine that I get. Them doing some projects with these birds, and they were so beautiful that I just thought I have to buy it and just treat myself. And I can just see it doing it. Maybe those pastels I've not yet used. I got the charity shop, or the watercolours that I've got. And you also get the flowers that are really pretty, and yet they're photopolymer. And you get a cute little caterpillar and little ladybird and ant. So yeah, you can just imagine doing a little bird, and he's got like a caterpillar hanging out of his mouth like he was eating it. So I like that. What's it called? Janie's Collection, Birds, Bugs and Blossoms. So it's a good selection of stuff. Then I got this one, and this whole stall did look a bit like they had stuff they bought from China and then repackaged and charged more for it. So perhaps I paid $3.95, was probably quite a bit to pay, but in all honesty, I just really like that pattern. And so it's kind of like pebbles in the background. I just thought stenciled out that would look really nice. So I didn't buy anything else from that store because I wasn't convinced it was all you know, their own kind of studio-like brand. I felt like it did look a bit like some of the other stuff, like they had repackaged it from some of the stuff from China. But there you go, a stencil. You can't really go wrong with a stencil. It is what it is. That's quite cool as well, isn't it? I like the way they've done that. And the feathers are quite nice too. So yeah, I haven't opened it. I'll just check now. Hello. That plant is probably not going to work there, is it? I'll just check it's half decent quality. Yep. That's half decent. Yeah, that's absolutely fine quality. There's no issue in that. And with the stencils, they generally are, whether they're cheap or not. Picked up some of the tape. I think this was going for 50p. They charged for the tapes at the craft show. So it's that red tape. So it's useful to have some of that. 50p. You're not breaking the bank. Sorry. I've got quite a bit of stuff, so I had to move it all around. Picked up some distressed oxides. These were 3 for £12. I don't think I had these colours. I'm hoping. I haven't even checked to see if I've got them yet. I'm a bit worried I've got one of them. But mustard seed, that's really nice yellow. Carved pumpkin. Crushed olive. Because I like the oxides. I think I like them more than I like the distress inks. And along that lines, I also got some of these, which are the smaller size daubers. They're called blending tools. So they were £2.70, which is about average for this cheaper brand. You mainly see them at the craft shows. So they are much smaller than the ones I've already got, but I thought that would be quite useful actually to have a little iddy one. So they're quite cute, aren't they? And you get an extra one each. So we can have a really quick look. I say this would be a quick haul, but it never works out that quickly, does it? Let's see what paper I've got lying around. Always got some paper, and we can have a quick look and just see how that comes out. Let's use this stencil so we're not just randomly doing nothing. Move it up a bit more so you can actually see. I sort of ruined that now by moving it. Let's do it over here. So cute colour, and look at that. It's a bit like a giraffe now. I like that. I've no idea what I would make with giraffe print, but that's quite cool, isn't it? So that's a nice colour. Let's have a quick look at the carved pumpkin. It's going to be an orange. I will switch it out. Sometimes I don't bother because I'm lazy. It's quite a mellow orange, isn't it? Very Halloweeny, bringing in a bit of orange. And I like this green because I thought that was quite a natural green. I sort of imagined for like leaves and anything plant-like. Make sure we are zoomed in. So it looks quite yellowy now, doesn't it? Now I put it like that, but that's, I think without the yellow there next to it, it would probably look more green. although it still looks very yellowy from my end and from yours. But there we go. Maybe it's more yellow than I imagined, but it's not a bad colour, whether it's yellow or not. So yeah, so I picked those up, put those away shortly. Got to pick up some boxes when you go to the craft show. I don't know if you've got to, but I did. I did pick up a 12 by 12 one, but I've put that one away. I think that was about £3 something. And I got this one, which was £5. And you get all the little containers in. And I keep buying these little containers elsewhere, so of different shapes and sizes. So I might as well just go and get these, as I know they fit into this box, and who knows how that's going to work out, but that's to put in things like my sequins and all those little resin shapes I keep buying. So there we go, that's that. And this, that might not be the world's greatest bargain because it was £7.50, but as I bought some new dies, I thought I'd better pick up some more of these these magnetic pockets. Oh, hello. Having a bit of a run around. So there's 10 in the pack, and all stuck together with static. Yeah, good size, so you can fit all the different dies in there. £7.50. Then some more random purchases. I bought some of this MDF. This was to decorate for Christmas. It's going to make up this medium Santa's sleigh by Crafty Devils. So as you can see, it's quite a big sleigh and it slots together really easily. There's no effort in that, but you'd have to glue it. And I'm going to paint it maybe like red on here and black. I was debating doing like a shabby chic one, but I don't know whether just the classic colours would work better. So that was £5.99. So that's just something to make for Christmas. I picked up some kind of fabricy bits. This was going for £1, and because I've got all that, I showed you that feather trim that I bought the other day, I think I'm going to make it into some kind of angel. So this looked perfect to make a little angel outfit, and you get, that must be a good ½ metre by metre, I don't know. Anyway, there's a half decent amount there, and I quite like the fact that it's all this hairy stuff, which will be really interesting for crafting. So, you know, I do like the odd bit of sewing and using different materials and things in there. So I've got that one. Also, because I know over the summer I was saying how I was really into this kind of gingham farmhouse style. So I picked up a fat quarter of fabric. I still haven't actually done any of these projects yet, but you know, we'll get there. Yeah, the other one was a bit bigger, wasn't it, than this? That silver one? I think so. I can't tell. Anyway, that's nice. It's kind of like a bag-like material, so it's a bit tougher. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I had in mind that I wanted that. That was £1.80. Then at that stall, they had all these little bits and pieces going for like 20p and things like that. So I just bought a few bits, not those were photonic dies. So I bought a couple of little plant pots. I think one was 25p, the bigger one, and one was 20p, something like that. It's a good way you can actually see it. So I just think that would look really cute with little flowers in. And some of these that were 20p each for like a mixed media, stick them down on a canvas and paint over them. So yeah, just picked up those little bits. And on that stall, I also, because I didn't have one, they were selling these glitter glue gun sticks for 20p. So I thought, I've not tried glitter glue gun stuff, so I picked that one up. And just tried it out in a silicone mould. Not really happy with it, but it was 20p, as I say, so it's not the end of the world. 20p is practically nothing to make the little flowers, but I'm not sure about that kind of clear glitter. But anyway, I need to have a bit more of a play. It was quite sticky. But that was 20p, so that was indeed that. And I also picked up some of this heavy-duty cardboard for £2.95 to use with sorry, to use with like the big dies and things like that. But at the moment I haven't worked out the right combination to get it through my die cutting machine. Is that's 2 mils, so it's actually quite thick, but if I can work that one out, that could be quite cool. And sorry, I feel myself choking away. Also picked up, they often sell off magazines, and I nearly always pick up a magazine when I'm there, so we're selling off this like magazine kit for £5. I think they normally go for about £7.99 or £9.99. And what tempted me with the fact I had one of these 3D embossing folders and I'd never tried one, so I wanted to give it a go. So where's the embossing folder? So this is the Crafter's Companion 3D embossing folder, floral lace, and it was a bit thicker than a normal embossing folder. Sorry about that. And this is how it came out, although I'm not really sure that I can tell a massive difference between that and any other embossing folder, but that is pretty nonetheless. It also came with this die set, which I actually really liked as well, so I was happy to take the gamble on the embossing folder, even though I don't often use embossing folders, because this die was really pretty with the pop-up butterflies by, what's her face, Sarah Davies. And oh, so I want to show up very well like that, is it? So I did just have a go at cutting it out, and you see how you pop up these little butterflies. I think that would be really pretty. I haven't got the bit, I can't remember where I put that, the bit that I cut out of there, but I just thought if you had that down the side of a card, how pretty would it be to have it all popping up like that? And you get a CD. I don't tend to use these CDs that much because I just think it's cost me a fortune to print it out, but there we go, that's that. And of course the magazine, which I haven't had a good look through, but it's got lots of cute projects, so yeah, I will be having a look through. So this was from issue 17 in the spring. I think it was probably spring this year, because I think I vaguely remember that. So it's not massively old, and to be honest with craft magazines, it doesn't necessarily matter, does it, that they're a bit older. So yeah, so I got that, and trying to see what I'm left with. So I got some felt, because I've been doing a little bit of felt kind of crafts and inspired by other people that I've seen doing it on the internet. And I got loads of felt, but most of it's that kind of cheap acrylic felt. So my partner kindly bought me this nice wool felt, and I think you got to choose 10 for £11 or something like that, or they were £1.25 each. And they were half decent size, but I do like, they're so much softer because they're wool felt. So I've got this cute pink and red for Christmas, and blue, green for Christmas, grey and white, brown, black and skin colour. That's all of them. And because he did buy me, where is it, the other day, this book, The Stitch Safari, which is all about making little felt animals, where the actual pictures. Try to find your page, it's a bit more interesting. So yeah, having some felt, I really need to get around and make some of these cute animals for no purpose. I mean, what would I really do with them? I've no idea, but they're just kind of cute, aren't they? Those little cows, adorable. And the sheep, some wool. Oh, and a panda bear. So yeah. Oh, I sound terrible, this body. So yeah, that's what I can do with all that felt. So I really like that. It's lovely. And the box, we popped into IKEA and had to pick up a box, because I always pick up a box. I picked up, they're so useful to have these boxes. I think this wasn't one with £1 in IKEA. And to finish off, whilst I was in IKEA, pretty sure I've shown you everything else, I picked up some of these cute Christmas trees that were £2. Obviously IKEA is near West Point, where the craft show was. I'm needing a new laundry basket, so I've got that. But these were £2 for 3 trees. And I just imagine it all making a bit of a scene with that sleigh and the cute Christmas trees and some kind of reindeer pulling it. So yeah, they're just pretty for decoration, aren't they? I've got some smaller ones for going in globes already, but I like those for some decoration. So I'm pretty sure that is everything. A really quick run through from the Creative Craft Show at West Point. So yeah, let me know if you also went and you picked anything up. Bye.